radio. Shout it.
Now, I mean, Oomp, can you just take me back to day one, man? Because, I mean, you have one of those stories that is a real success story of getting it out of the mud and making it do what it was supposed to. What was the point that you realized that I got to start Big Oomp Records, and how the hell did you manifest that from an idea to reality?
Man, you know, we had been pumping the mixtapes for, about 5 years. Mm-hmm. And we had the outlet, we had the stores, we had the DJs. And, you know, at that time, wasn't much underground music out in Atlanta. And it definitely wasn't no outlet for none of the underground music. You had a bunch of bass artists and stuff out at that time. And when I decided to start my record label, I was like, man, we got all these connections, all these customers, we got the mixtapes. We finna do a record label. Yeah. And shoot, man, just put the thought together, man. We all came up with everything and got it going, man. We started in 1995 with the record label, and by 96, we put out our first album.
DJ Jelly and MC Assault, man. How did you come across them boys?
Well, actually, man, that was the beginning of me even getting into the music business, man. I was in the streets at the time, and I ran across them. It was in like 1991. Mm-hmm. I want to say 1991. I ran across them at a gas station, actually at a red light right there by Job Corps. Yeah. And it was MC Assault and Starving Marvin. And they had done made this mixtape with Jelly, and they saw me at the red light bumping my music. They ran up on me. They were like, big boy, put this in your tape deck. And I popped the tape in, man. Thing was hitting so hard, man. It was bassing so hard. And I bought it from them, $10, man. And then that was it from there. Then maybe about a week or so or something, man, I'm back at the same red light up there. They back out there hustling again, same two. They had to make a new mixtape. They caught me at the red light again. Big boy, pop this in. Popped it in. That thing was hitting too, man. And from that second tape, I ended up getting their number. I'm like, man, y'all rap? And then they was like, yeah, we rap. And I ended up getting their number. And we never went into the rap stuff till 5 years later. But I sat down with those guys and listened to what they had going on. And MC Assault had a whole plan, man, on what he wanted to do with the mixtape game. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I wasn't in that kind of business. You know, I was just the finance guy. So I got up with those guys, with Jelly, MC Assault and Starving Marvin, got up with them, listened to their stories a few times, and eventually I put some money into it, invested into them, gave them a lump sum of money, and they went and got a bunch of new equipment and started getting stuff together. Then I ended up giving them a truck to ride, because they didn't even have a ride at the time. They was on the bus. Mm-hmm. And I gave them a truck so they can have transportation, some money to get this more equipment, better stuff. And, man, shoot, man, they just grow from there, man. We got our first booth in 1991 at Greenbrier Flea Market.
Yes, sir.
That was our first store. That thing turned up, man. We were making like shit $2,000-$3,000 a weekend.
My God, I remember Jelly DJing at Greenbrier Flea Market, man. And you could, one thing about Oomp in the hood, especially in Southwest Atlanta, was that everybody was always approachable, and it was always a lot of love, and it was a community-based label. So you felt just as important as a rap star walking into them stores every damn time too. Mm-hmm. And I was telling Jelly about that too. I said, Jelly, I wasn't shit, but I brought my demo tape in there too, just like everybody else, nigga, trying to get my shit played. Yeah. And I mean, I didn't get nowhere with it, but but he treated me with so much respect. Yeah. I couldn't get mad at him. Yeah, like, I just might need to try harder, goddamn.
And you could actually and you could actually see him.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying?
A lot of COs, you know, they name be on the front, but you never see who Mr. So and so is.
Exactly.
Mr. So and so, you can actually walk in and be like, well, who is Oomp? What's up? Yeah, so that was great. I got one question for you too.
Come on with it.
You know, I'm from Canela Road. I'm from Decatur, straight from the deck. And we kind of started. It was a guy named King Etwood J. Mm-hmm. King Etwood J. He was a little bit before y'all, but my question is this right here. He used to do these mix CDs, and they used to be kind of like pillow based, this or that. He would mix like R&B tracks with singing, kind of speed them up a little bit, right? But y'all kind of took that and y'all made it where, y'all made the modern day Mix City. Y'all was the first. A lot of people always tell me, say, well, Edward J was doing that. I said, but no, it was slightly different. Big Oomp made the modern day mix CD that the kids are doing now. Do you feel that way? You know that you pioneered something with the modern day?
So to this day, we are the only ones probably still selling mix CDs.
Damn.
In 2021 for $10.
Wow.
Like that's probably nowhere, especially in America, probably.
Right.
Like
right.
Today you can go in my store, Old National Discount Mall, buy you some CD for $10. Why? It's because what we created, the style we did, nobody don't do that. It still ain't been done. Nobody ain't came and took our creation, mastered, and kicked us to the side. Yeah, we've been going 29 years off this creation that MC Assault came up with. Mm-hmm. That was his thought of how to mix those 4-5 songs together.
In one, yeah.
In one. You know what I'm saying? You might hear your song, but you hear Marvin Gaye and another beat.
Right, absolutely.
To this day, nobody still ain't doing that.
Right. And,
so that's what distinguishes us from everybody. That's why it became so popular. That's even why Edward J. them, by the time we got to Decatur and put a store out there, oh my God, it was over with.
Y'all shut it down. Y'all shut it down.
It was over.
But no, around here, everybody got shut down.
It was over. It was over. We was on West Side.
Absolutely.
Edward J had the East Side.
East Side, right.
Edward J wasn't as big on the West Side.
No, he wasn't.
So we came and put the store at Greenbrier, the one on Campbellton, Old National. It's like we conquered that side of town. Mm-hmm. But you had to get on Expressway, travel 30 minutes to the East Side, then it's Edward J world out there.
Right.
But when Smurf them dissed us, they lit the fire for us.
Wow. What you mean they dissed y'all?
I don't remember that.
Hold on, you can't just gloss over that, Paul. What you mean they dissed y'all?
Well, that was the beginning of us even making it to the East Side. The J team, Smurf put out a mixtape called Jelly Goes Fishing. He dissed us.
Jelly Goes Fishing.
Man, he put out a mixtape, man, and we got hold to it. So it was a guy there in that flea market, Cali Road flea market, named E.T.
E.T., yep.
He was the big speaker music man out there. Everybody in Decatur knew him. They go to him to buy their speakers and stuff.
Absolutely.
And he sold music, which he sold Edward J. them music also.
Absolutely.
Well, some kind of way E.T. got us that mixtape with Smurf dissing us. We ain't know nothing about it. Some kind of way that dude got us that tape, man. And we would have did a whole full production. I mean, a whole full production on these jokers, man. We dropped that tape called 187. And it had Smurf on the cover, laying in his deathbed with a tag on his toe, say DJ Smurf. Now, I love Smurf. No, this is all
right. It's all old school.
Yeah, it's all old school. Yeah.
Right.
But, yeah, and it had DJ Smurf on the tag. Like, you dead, and it had DJ Smurf on the tag. Man, the tape, man, it blew up. It took over. It was the number one selling tape for weeks in Atlanta. Flea market, that East Side and the West Side.
And the West Side, yeah.
And the West Side, yeah. And we became established off that one tape in Decatur.
Yeah.
That dude, E.T., started buying all our product. He bought that. It started off with that one tape.
Right.
We dissed them. Right. And then after that, man, he just started funding every time we dropped something, he wanted them. Yeah. By the hundreds.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I don't know what happened to E.T. with his store. I don't know what happened out there. But when he stopped, I don't know what happened. But when it ended with him buying our product, that's how we end up putting the store in California.
Right. Well, I know for a fact, bruh, y'all took over. I was like, God damn, because we were all on here with Jay. But y'all just had, the product was not the same. It was not the same.
Dude, E.T., man, helped branded us in Eastside. He brought that one mixtape in, 187. He sold thousands of this tape out there.
Wow.
And it birthed us. And he started bringing the next tape and the next tape and the next tape. Before we knew it, This man buying hundreds of our tapes out there. And like I say, whenever that relationship ended, I don't forgot. Then we end up coming out there. We put a store out there in the Clanton Road Flip Market.
Smurf, I'm getting that 187. I'm digging it out the archives. That's my boy Salute, Smurf. What's happening?
187, yeah, man. Shoot. Thank you, Smurf. Smurf, this is the brother to the Eastside.